Hi guys, and welcome back to the show. A few weeks ago I asked you to send in your images because I thought you guys were fed up with my images by now. Well, or I was mistaken, or you're not interested in showing your pictures in one of my videos. And both are pretty understandable, I guess. However, there are a few people that sent in their images, and I thought it would be a good idea to discuss those images. Okay, today I'm going to discuss 3 images made by Antoine Magnier. Sorry, my French isn't that good anymore, as if it was good ever. I think the images are all shot in or around a Buddhist temple. I'm not sure. These are 3 images of children, yeah, I will discuss them in the order I received them. First image is of this girl in a white dress, and she's sitting, yeah, in between or below something, I'm not sure. Yeah, for me it's not clear what this photo is about. I think she's meditating there, yeah, it's very intimate, this image, but I got distracted. By the beam in the foreground that is out of focus. Sometimes having stuff in the foreground out of focus can work, but in most cases it's very distracting. And beside that, the people in the background, the pink shirt, I think, and the rather harsh highlights, yeah, distract me from the girl in the front meditating. What I do like is the fact that Antoine tried to maintain the rule of thirds here. It's a pretty tight crop on the top. I mean, it would have been nice if her face was exactly on the crossing of 2 lines of the rule of thirds matrix, but nevertheless the girl is on the right hand side, on a third from the right, and yeah, I think that's perfect. I like the reflection of the girl in the floor, and I don't know the location. I'm not sure what is possible or not, but maybe it was possible to use that a little bit more to get farther away from the girl. Okay, let's move on to the next image. In this case, perfect use of the rule of thirds, and it's not the only composition rule that is used here. There are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, maybe even 4 composition rules used here. First, contrast on the left hand side of the girl, so right hand side of the girl, so left hand side of the image. You have a bright area, and on the left hand side of the girl you have the dark area, and there seems to be a distinct line between those 2 areas, and she is exact on that line. The shadow on her face shows that line, so your attention is drawn to her face. Then we have the yeah, pole, what is it she carries, and this diagonal line makes sure that if your eyes are wandered off to the bottom right corner of the image, then you surely will be drawn back to the girl just by that line. And the same trick is done by the tiles in the background. There is this nice curve on the right hand side of the image, and that leads you right to that golden pole, which draws your eyes back to your eyes. And yeah, together with the rule of thirds, her head is more or less on the crossing of two lines, a little bit above, but okay. I think this image works just fine, and I love the colors, and I love the use of the depth of field here. It's yeah, I think it's a beautiful picture, but again, it's just my opinion. Then the last one, a young Buddhist monk, I guess. And in the first picture I was talking about things in the foreground being out of focus that do not work. Here we have an example of things in the foreground out of focus that sure do work. I'm not sure what's in the foreground, but if your eyes are there, then you're automatically drawn into the picture, up to the face of the boy, and while you're going there with your eyes, you pass his hands with something, and you are wondering what he's having there, and then again you look at the face of the boy, and he's looking very wise into the camera, and yeah, you start to think what this young monk is pondering, what he's thinking about, and what is in his hands. Very slight depth of field, and this works perfectly. I'm not sure if this image was taken originally in black and white, but black and white works just perfect. This time the rule of thirds is exactly used. The boy's left eye is on the right hand side of the, yeah, on a third of the right side of the image, and his right eye is in the other square, so to say. So the middle of his face is exactly at the crossing of this rule of thirds lines. Yeah, I love this picture, and I can imagine to have this image on the wall. It's yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I think I could have told you more about these images, but then I think Antoine had to fill me in on some details here, where this was, what the situation was, and especially in the image of that little girl meditating. In that image raises a few questions for me, and yeah, some explanation might help. On the other hand, I think it's a good idea that I don't have that information, and yeah, give you an opinion right from my heart. Yeah, this wraps this up. Next time, and it will be in a week or two, I will discuss another photographer. In the meantime, like I said, you're invited to send in your images. I think submitting them on Twitter is not working just like that. If you have any ideas on how to share your images with me, but share them with the rest of the subscribers as well, then please let me know in the comments. I'm curious what kind of solutions you might think of. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.